Welcome into Interbase Soccer Stadium. It's senior night here. Seattle Pacific University men's soccer team will say goodbye to 3 seniors tonight, celebrating their career and legacy here at SPU. Their opponent, Western Oregon University, who just solidified second place in the GNAC in just their second season in existence. They will need a win tonight to keep themselves in contention for one of the 5 remaining open spots for the NCAA tournament coming up. Obviously, the automatic spot goes to the champion. That was Simon Fraser this season. Western Oregon, if they get a win here tonight against SPU, do have a chance. For the Falcons, they will look to finish their season on a high note as they say goodbye to those 3 aforementioned seniors. They are goalkeeper Matthew Sampson, midfielder Tyler Spear, and goalkeeper Cam Welty. Get to the lineups here for you. For Western Oregon, just one change from their game last Saturday against this very SPU side. Aiden Broadus comes in for Marco Milan, and the rest of the team lines up as Juan Suarez in goal, Yahir Ocampo, Moises Cisneros, Gabriel Silva, Harper Newbeck, Alex Grignon, Jacob Garcia, Andres Labat, Enrique Gomez, and Ethan Fisher. And for the Falcons, from their game on Thursday, just one change as well for them. Jackson Good comes into the back line for Jesse Thrall. The rest of that back line is Aiden Drought, Isaac Ketchum, Evan Ane, and Cam Welty is the goalkeeper tonight. Cameron Iriondo, Diego Pena Salgado, Connor Tolan in the midfield, and then the front 3, Orlando Arasso, Joseph Van Horn, and of course, Raimundo Mendez. Just about to get underway. Referee tonight is Chad Stewart. Assistant referees are Vitaly Hansevich and Jordan Price. Western Oregon going from left to right on your screen in the white jerseys. The Falcons going from right to left in the maroon. And we're underway here at Interbase Soccer Stadium. A little bit windy here, but no rain to speak of like we had on Thursday evening. It'll be interesting to see how these two sides come out. Of course, the Falcons will want to end on a good note. Western Oregon really looking to solidify a playoff spot. It would be their first time, and like I mentioned before, it's only their second season in existence. It'd be an exciting opportunity for them. There are 5 automatic spots for the 5 conferences in the Western United States. As this ball by Welty is a little bit slow to get to good. Western Oregon have picked it up. Now it's knocked away by Iriondo, and Tolan sees it out. Arasso has secured it for the Falcons, and Evan Ane out to Drought. As I mentioned before, 5 spots for the champions in their selective conferences, and then 5 more open spots between those 5 conferences. And it is a cocktail of, depending on the strength of schedule, the winning numbers, and all of that, how your record went out. And of course, all that's coming in on Monday for the selection. The women's team also awaiting to see how they will be picked for the NCAA tournament. It's an exciting time in college soccer if you're in the contention. Falcons would absolutely love to end on a high note. Saw them fight their way back on Thursday against Northwest Nazarene, tying things up at 3-3, but 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game ended that one for them. And here is Van Horn, score of the goal. He scored it 15 seconds in. Oh, looking for Connor Tolan there. It's cut out by Western Oregon. Isaac Ketchum picks it up for the Falcons. Pena Salgado immediately closed down. Iriondo, he's got some space. The run of Mendez is there. He scored a hat trick the last time these two teams met, which was last Saturday. Western Oregon played SPU down in McMinnville. Game ended in a 3-3 draw. And Western Oregon plays them again. They didn't have another game in between, so they don't see the Falcons all season and then twice in a row in the span of a week. I guess that does happen from time to time. Here's Mendez, just knocked off the ball there. Good challenge by freshman Ethan Fisher out of Federal Way, Washington. There are certainly a couple of Western Oregon fans here in the stands tonight. They had a drum going earlier. Not sure if you can hear that on the microphones. Here's Iriondo. He's got Arasso. Fantastic ball to pick him out. Arasso has space to run. Mendez in the middle. Joseph Van Horn on the far side. Arasso driving forward. He's going to be forced back. Pena Salgado, if he can put it in first time. Ball all the way back to Ketchum. Arasso now whipped it in. partial clearance. Iriondo heads it back in. Connor Tollin can't control it. The Wolves will clear. Now can they break? That's too heavy of a touch there for number 17, Alex Grignon. Falcons have it back. Pena Salgado is finding some space already on this left-hand side. Here he is again. Gets it across the box, and again, it's cleared away. Grignon will hold it up. And it's actually going to be called for a foul. It'll be a free kick for the Wolves there in midfield. Scoring from last week went as such. Raimundo Mendez in the 6th and 17th minutes. Put the Falcons up 2-0 before Jacob Garcia pulled one back. Then Raimundo Mendez again, 3-1, and then it was Garcia on the second, so he got a brace. And Andres Labat got the equalizer in the 85th minute. Head coach Kevin Skuta will look to see a little more of a solid back line tonight. 8 goals in the last 2 games. Not ideal, but they do play open. They will attack. It's an attractive soccer, but sometimes it's cop them, I guess, from time to time, you could say. They will hope to make amends here tonight. Here come Western Oregon. Enrique Gomez over to Fisher. They're forced back to Juan Suarez. This is his 17th appearance for the senior, Juan Suarez. 5 shutouts for him so far this season. We are hoping for a lot of goals, as Suarez is very lucky there. That slipped in behind Arasso. Now it's picked up by Cisneros. One back well by the Falcons. Arasso driving into the box. Gets his cross away. Cleared partially. Iriondo again picks it up in the middle. Arasso chased by 3. Resets it to Isaac Ketchum. He'll drive into the middle. Looking for Aiden Drought, and that pass is just a little bit loose and nearly picked up by Jacob Garcia. By my count on Western Oregon, there are only 2 guys listed, at least in the starting 11, 2 guys listed as defenders. Everybody else is either a midfielder or a forward. So it took me a minute to kind of figure out where everybody was going to be. But it looks like Garcia is going to sit out there on the left. Jackson Good. That one's seen away by Cisneros. And going down there, a little bit of a knock from Pena Salgado. Tried to play it quick was Yahir Ocampo. Chad Stewart says no, you need to reset it. Back. So Andres Labate. He'll take the free kick right at the halfway line for the Wolves. It's headed on. Aiden Drought, though, gets that one out of the box for the Falcons. Arasso challenging for the header. Falls to him this time. Pena Salgado's picked it up. Connor Tollin can bring it the other way for the Falcons. About 7 minutes into this one. Still scoreless, as opposed to last Thursday, or excuse me, just a couple of days ago. Now here is Joseph Van Horn. Van Horn with a touch, tries to get it across and maybe should have crossed it first time. But the first corner of the match here goes to the Falcons. Nice counterattack for them. But I mentioned before, Joseph Van Horn scored 15 seconds into the game on Thursday. And that just set the tone for the entire match. 8 goals, it was incredible. We saw six from these guys last Saturday, so hopefully it'll be another set of fireworks tonight here at Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. Orlando Arasso is going to take this corner. 4 in the box for the Falcons. Arasso into the far post, headed down, not cleared yet though. A little bit of confusion between the Wolves defense. Now they get it away. Ketchum puts it back in. It's a decent ball. Mendez touching it down for Van Horn, but picked up again. Labate. Falcons win it back. Showing signs of closing down that counterattack that got them a bit on Thursday. Connor Tollin in space, looking to play it through, but rattles off the back of LeBate. Painful. Ketchum back to Welty. Welty chipping it in. Of course, one of the seniors being celebrated tonight, Cam Welty. Pena Salgado, he's going to be called for a bit of a push. That's the second one for Pena Salgado. Again, Andres LeBate will take this, the junior out of Salem, Oregon. Corbin University. There's several Corbin University players on this Western Oregon team now. Only the second year in its existence. It's exciting for them to be in a position where they're at. LeBate. Welty's come out, usually snatches it. Welty throws it to Iriondo. Connor Tollin again picking it up, but LeBate does well to close him down. Now Wolves driving forward, and that's a strong tackle, and we are going to see our first card of the game, and it's going to be a yellow card. For a second, that I think it was the red that reflected off of the card when he held it up in the light, and I thought it was red for a half second. I thought that would have been really extreme, but first yellow card of the game. Early on, just 10 minutes into this one. And we'll go to number 25, Enrique Gomez. Not ideal as a center back to go into the books just 10 minutes into the game, but that's the way Chad Stewart kind of left him no choice. It was a strong tackle from Gomez. So now he's in the books. There were no cautions at all in the game on Thursday here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Is that long ball over the top looking for Van Horn. Gets to it, but not enough on the cross. But tonight we've got our first one just 10 minutes in. Garcia. Play it down the line. It's broken up by Ane momentarily. Iriondo seems to be moving okay after that challenge from Gomez. Again, going that long ball over the top to Van Horn. That was something they've been trying the past few games. Picking out that free runner on the right-hand side. Referee Chad Stewart is saying something to the SPU bench. I'm not sure exactly what. Pointed to the sideline as well. Maybe there was, thought people were getting too close to it. Either way, no cards at all presented in that, so that's worth noting. Iriondo's pass, a little bit of miscommunication between Tollin and Van Horn. Out for a throw for Western Oregon. Well, Wolves head coach Michael Bohonic in his first season. His wife is the head coach at Oregon State for the volleyball team. He spent quite a bit of time back east, 7 years at Pitt. Been 2 college cups. Also with Pittsburgh Riverhounds in the United Soccer League, if you follow that. 2 years at Penn State, 5 years as an assistant at Virginia. As a player, was at DC United and New York, New Jersey Red Bulls as a goalkeeper. So has extensive experience. He's showing here for Western Oregon, as I mentioned, their second season in contention for the playoffs. Here's Van Horn on the right-hand side for the Falcons. It's a good cross into the far post. No one there, though, for SPU. Western Oregon clear, but Ketchum's going to put it right back. Left-footed cross off the head of Arasso, but he couldn't guide it into the goal, which, funny enough, Juan Juarez had come out, the goalkeeper for Western Oregon, before Arasso had even touched it. If he just had kept it put it on frame. He could have got a goal out of that. Half chance there for the Falcons. And now referee Chad Stewart is again speaking to looks like the line of Western Oregon, or the bench of Western Oregon, excuse me, but I'm not sure exactly what he has said. Either way, he seems to be trying to clear stuff up over there. Oh, I see what it is. One of the coaching staff on the bench had a white top and seemed to blend in with the player on that side, so he asked him to put on a dark jacket. That's my guess. It's a mystery. I think it's right because he put the jacket on now. So that's the best I can do. Ketchum going to head that one away. It's challenged by Broaddus. One change from the game last week in the starting 11. Aiden Broaddus from Sherwood, Oregon. Picking his second start of the season for the freshman out of Sherwood, Oregon, as I mentioned. Looks like they're going to momentarily set it up to play short. Speed is covering. This one will be an in-swinger into the far post. It's awkward, not cleared at all. Western Oregon knocking it in. They'll have a second. Defended there by Van Horn, but he fell to the ground. It was picked up by Broaddus. Bait again. Into the far post and headed away. It's really well defended by Arasso. Shot back in, deflection. Knocked away by SPU, but only as far as the 18. The bait. Looking to get the cross in again. It's deflected, and Wolves will get their third corner. Cross coming off of Jacob Garcia. And the bait will take it again. Good ball into the far post, headed back across. And straight into the hands of Cam Welty. Well, a little bit shaky there, but the Falcons survive. Done really well in attack tonight, trying to build. We haven't seen much of this guy, Raimundo Mendez. Now finally on the ball, Ketchum. It's a great ball over the top to find Arasso. Wolves sprinting to get back. Number 28, Ethan Fisher, trying to close down Orlando Arasso. Arasso gets away from him though really well, puts it back across, but straight into the hands of goalkeeper Juan Suarez. Suarez immediately throwing it out. Wolves going directly the other way, trying to catch Falcons on the break, and they may have. Ball back across. It's a sprinting attack, and there it is. Just like that, 15 minutes in. And it is Aiden Broaddus getting his first goal of his collegiate career. In the 15th minute. And for a moment there, it looked like the Falcons were going to close them off, but Western Oregon did well to go from left to right. Broaddus just slipped in behind Isaac Ketchum, the left back there, and slotted it past Cam Welty. And that has been the story from time to time here for the Falcons this season. A lot of pressure on the goal at the other end, and then just momentarily a little bit of lapse of concentration here or there, and now they find themselves down a goal. Plenty of time though, just 15 minutes into the first half here. Current score, SPU 0, Western Oregon 1. Aiden Drought down the line to Connor Tolan. Let's see how the Falcons respond. Here's Ketchum. Good ball to find Arasso. He in turn finds Pena Salgado. They linked up earlier in the first few minutes of the game. Raimundo Mendez has it taken away though by LeBate. Western Oregon careless on the clearance. Aiden Drought, chance to shoot for Drought. Deflected, nice touch by Iriondo. Keeps that one in possession for the Falcons. Pena Salgado. Go back to Ketchum. Ketchum trying to just flick it over. And called for a high kick there is Yahir Ocampo. Free kick here for the Falcons, just on their left-hand side. 30 yards up. Rosso and Connor Tolan over it. Four in the box for the Falcons. Rosso, decent ball in, headed down. Looked like maybe Iriondo had the last touch to it. Cleared away by Western Oregon. Falcons looking for a quick throw. Ketchum's going to come over and take it. Mendez using his body, does that so well. Able to partially hold it up. Now he's picked it up. Now he's into the box. Raimundo Mendez going at the near post. He had Joseph Van Horn at the far post and Iriondo on the top of the sixth. Tried to slip it in between Juan Suarez, but ends up putting it into the side netting. 27.5 left here in the first half. Western Oregon with a 1-goal lead, courtesy of freshman Aiden Broadus. Incidentally, the one change head coach Michael Bohonic made. Now here is number 6 coming down this side. Ocampo. Going on Ketchum. Ocampo gets the cross away. Able to clear that easily. SQ looking for a way out of this left-hand side. Ketchum going long from Mendez. Done well to turn away from Fisher. Mendez gets there first. It's really well done. 3-on-1 here. Raimundo Mendez. Is he going to go on his own? He cuts it back for Connor Tolan. A chance for Tolan. Saved by Suarez. Now Van Horn looking to slot it in the corner, but he takes an extra touch. And Western Oregon escape a massive chance for the Falcons. Now can they go the other way? This is where SPU really have to keep their heads. And they do, as that one's a little too long and touched over by Broadus. What a chance there for SPU. Raimundo Mendez just flying at Enrique Gomez. Thought for a minute he was just going to put Connor Tolan in. Instead, he decided to cut it back on his left foot. Connor Tolan made a nice little change of angle on his run. Puts his shot straight into Juan Suarez, gets the ball back, then puts it across for Van Horn, and he takes one touch too many. Wolves were able to clear. By far, easily the best chance of the night for the Falcons. Van Horn does well, puts that through the legs of Ocampo. Broken up nicely, though, by Broadus. Western Oregon coming again. It's a nice attack. Here's Broadus, just like that. Welty gets a piece of it, and it slides wide. It's a huge save from Cam Welty. But again, the Falcons won't be too impressed by how quickly Western Oregon are able to slip through them. A couple passes, a flick here or there. There's a huge chance for them. Another corner kick as well for the Wolves. Well, again, in swinging ball all the way to the far post, and again, Broadus involved again in the action, but couldn't put that one on frame. Goal kick for the Falcons. It's been end-to-end stuff here so far in the first half. Always entertaining. Falcons down by a goal currently, just 20 minutes into this one. Evan Ane launching it long. Knocked down by Western Oregon. Pena Salgado can't control it. Again, here comes some of these flicks. Looking in to get behind. Isaac Ketchum's going to get there, though. Ahead of Jacob Garcia. Does just speak to the fitness of some of these players. The game is just playing at an incredible pace. Now it's finally gone out of bounds. Ketchum with the throw. Mendez all the way back, way into his midfield to pick that one up and plays it out to Drought. He's going to go out in bounds on the far side, and SP will have another throw. Nope. Looks like it's a free kick. Missed that moment. Nice turn from Peña Salgado to get away from Ocampo. Good. Too much on that one out to Ketchum. Gabriel Silva, haven't had a chance to mention his name much tonight. I was getting onto that was Alex Grignon. Gabriel Silva, of course, the Western Oregon's leading goal scorer. He has 9 goals, 3 assists so far this season. Almost to Raimundo Mendez, who has 12. Including a hat trick, which made him the GNAC Offensive Player of the Week last week, and he had a hat trick against this Western Oregon team. Van Horn looking to combine with Tollin, but has it broken up. It's going to be a throw in for Western Oregon. No sign of substitution so far in this half. 22 minutes left to play in the first half here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. It doesn't look, I've been looking out of the trees a little bit. It seems the wind has calmed down a little bit. It was really whipping here earlier this afternoon. And there was a thought that it would be pouring rain tonight as well, but that hasn't happened either. So cool, nice November evening for soccer. Here is Western Oregon again. Nice moves there from Jacob Garcia, now operating on the right-hand side. Peña Salgado back to Welty. Iriondo has it taken off him by Ocampo. Ocampo still trying to drive forward. It's seen away by Evan Ane. It's another corner for the Wolves. Iriondo, one of the more experienced players here for the Falcons. Even though he's a sophomore, he plays every minute in that defensive midfield position, but just gets caught on it there. Ocampo with a chance to break in. Well defended by Ane. Another corner here for the Wolves. They will go short. Ocampo playing it out, and that's read brilliantly by Van Horn. Looks like he's going to be caught, and going into the books will be his second yellow of the game, and it's going to go to Andreas Lebate. So 2 yellow cards now for the Wolves. Enrique Gomez in the 10th minute, and Andres Lebate in the 26th. Silva going to try and get into this game a little bit, but has it taken off him. Mendez out to Arasso. Tracked by Lebate, Mendez is. Arasso loses it out to Moises Cisneros. And a free kick for the Wolves. Harper Newbeck has that one taken off him by Connor Tollin. He's got Van Horn there. Tollin's found him. It's a great ball. Van Horn's first touch sets him up on his right foot. It's a deflection knocked back there by Raimundo Mendez. Just needed to steer it on goal, but didn't quite get it correct, and that's kind of been the Falcons' the way for them so far in the first half. Several good chances, though, now. It's another nice ball from Van Horn. Mendez couldn't find the back of the net on that one. There'll be more opportunities here. Here's Connor Tollin. Mendez has made a great run. Connor Tollin looking to find him just a little too much on that pass. Western Oregon will take their time coming out. Bate has his pass cut out. Falcons have it back. Iriondo, you feel like it's only a matter of time if they get more chances, especially this man. Raimundo Mendez nearly getting through. Flicked on rather well, though, by Grignon. Now again, here is the danger for the Falcons. Jacob Garcia held up, though. He'll have to go back to Harper Newbeck. Western Oregon looking to play through. No foul, says referee Chad Stewart. Van Horn again. Tollin. Nice ball through to Orlando Arasso. Gomez is there. Arasso gets the cross, but it's behind Iriondo. He's able to get it out, though, to Ketchum. Ketchum gets his cross away, but it's going to be behind the goal. Goal kick for Western Oregon. Well, Western Oregon, as I mentioned, solidified second place in the GNAC. Simon Fraser came away with champions. They actually lost Simon Fraser on Thursday at Montana State Billings 2-1. A little bit of a surprising result there, but came back roaring back today in Burnaby, British Columbia, winning 5-1 over Northwest Nazarene to secure the GNAC title and a berth in the tournament. Now here's Western Oregon again. It's good play from them through the midfield. Broadus on that right-hand side. Cross lets him down. Sliding in there is good. Gets a piece of Silva, but nothing in that. Iriondo does really well to find Pena Salgado. Ketchum going long, looking for Raimundo Mendez. He's held up there again by Gomez, or Fisher this time, excuse me, and another center back. Both center backs now going in, and Ethan Fisher has to really be careful here. Mendez did not have possession of the ball, but he absolutely was beating Fisher on that foot race. And I thought for sure perhaps Chad Stewart was going to present a card. He's actually just going to explain the situation. No, he's not. I jumped the gun there. So that is both center backs for Western Oregon are now on yellow cards. And still 17 minutes left in the first half. Something to keep an eye on. Enrique Gomez in the 10th minute. And now Ethan Fisher. Not an ideal situation, of course. Ethan Fisher in the 32nd. th minute, excuse me. Connor Tollin, free kick to the far post. This one is going to be headed in right at goal by Evan Ane, but straight to the hands of Suarez. Western Oregon again. For a moment there, it looked like they were going to play out. Well, despite 3 yellow cards, this long ball again over the top. Welty's out of his goal. Nearly goes over the top. Ocampo's got a chance to chip Cam Welty, and he's done it. It is these moments, huge, massive moments in these games. It's just incredible. It's a ball over the top. Welty's come out of his box, is able to get a piece of it from his head, but it falls straight to Yahiro Ocampo, and he will get his 3rd goal of the season. No one closes Ocampo down. And he's just going to volley this one from 30 out over Cam Welty into the goal, and that is now Western Oregon 2, Seattle Pacific U 0. But that is a frustrating goal for the Falcons' point of view. They just had some chances down at the other end of the field, weren't able to finish them off, and now they trail by 2. Still plenty of time in this one. Just 15 minutes left in the first half. Good finish, though. Credit to Ocampo. He finished that one really nicely. Now here is J.J. Diaz immediately getting in. As all that was happening, Diaz subbed into the game, so Orlando Arasso is off. And J.J. Diaz, the freshman on the left-hand side. Here is Raimundo Mendez. Incredible turn of events, really, just like that. Western Oregon really didn't do too much, just was a moment of Isaac Ketchum nearly slips Mendez through. Just a moment of transition that got away from the Falcons. Gifted Western Oregon another goal. SPU, though, have a corner here. What can they do and how can they respond? They've absolutely made plenty of chances for themselves. Well, now referee Chad Stewart's having a conversation with assistant coach Josh Sweat. Upset about something, and now looks like Josh Sweat's going to go into the books. So a yellow card for Josh Sweat in the 28th. $15 and a half left to play here. In swinging ball into the far post, high and loopy. Headed out by Western Oregon, and it'll be another opportunity for the Falcons. J.J. Diaz is going to take this one for Seattle Pacific. Oh, he's going to walk away now. It's going to be Connor Tolan. Four in the box for the Falcons. Tolan puts this one in, but it's cleared away by Western Oregon. Ketchum going long, but no one there this time. All the way to the feet of goalkeeper Juan Suarez. Well, from a neutral point of view, it's been an exciting game. If you're an SPU fan, it's been slightly on the frustrating side. They've, as I mentioned before, have had a lot of opportunities, haven't been able to convert them. Western Oregon able to just use their ability on the counterattack to take advantage. And here is another one. It's a race again. Broadus has gotten through on Ketchum. Broadus has put it wide. But just like that, just as I was mentioning, that was two passes. And Aiden Broadus, with that speed on that right-hand side, is able to get through around the tackle from Isaac Ketchum and in on goal. Welty does well to come out and put pressure on him. Broadus put it wide of the goal, looking for his second of his college career. Aiden Drought bringing it out for the Falcons. And kind of hit from behind there is Connor Tollins. A free kick for SPU. Just one change here for Seattle Pacific. It's just on that left side with J.J. Diaz coming in for Orlando Arasso. No changes on the Western Oregon side that I have seen. Everybody is up off the bench, though, and warming up. Here's Raimundo Mendez in a foot race with Gomez. J.J. Diaz sprinting into the goal. Mendez chooses Van Horn up top, but it's well blocked away by Harper Neubeck. Not cleared, though. Mendez on the far side. Looking to get around Neubeck. Mendez does get his cross away. It's a good one. Tollin brings it down, but his first touch is a little heavy. Still on it, though, Connor Tollin. Back in. Western Oregon partially clear. Now knock it all the way up to the halfway line. 12:45 left in the first half. End-to-end stuff here at Interbay. Been an exciting game. You just have that feeling that SPU are going to find the back of the net here at some point before the end of the first half. Van Horn, another great run. Good ball from Evan Ane. Iriondo's in the box, but it just goes off his leg. Neubeck's in there. Van Horn's won it back. Now Iriondo has it. He's driving into the box. Cameron Iriondo on his left foot. Suarez with the save on the near post. Players lining up on top of the six. Connor Tollin, he'll take his luck. It has a deflection, did it not? It did. Another corner for SPU. Iriondo driving in there. There were players hoping for the pass. Maybe he didn't like the angle. They weren't exactly completely open. Connor Tollin will head over there to take another SPU corner. Tollin to the far post. Fisher is there. He'll head it away for the Wolves. J.J. Diaz back on it. Getting on his right foot. J.J. Diaz. Shot deflected off his own man, Raimundo Mendez. Ketchum steps in there and knocks it off of Gabriel Silva. Throwing again. Ketchum takes it quickly. And referee Chad Stewart said, I made a mistake here. Talking to the guys, looks like he wasn't quite ready for that throw to happen, so had to wait for the whistle. Diaz, defended by three. It's going to fall to Moises Cisneros. He will see it out just barely, though. It looks like it took a deflection off of Diaz, so throw in for the Wolves on this far side here, far near side. 10.5 to play. Western Oregon with a 2-goal lead in the first half here. The bait's going to go long. Welty will pick this one up. 3 cautions in the game so far, worth noting. Both center backs for Western Oregon, Enrique Gomez and Ethan Fisher on a yellow, as well as midfielder Andres Lebates. And 1 assistant coach for SPU, Josh Sweat. Falcons building out again. Well, Cisneros caught by Diaz there, goes down. Chad Stewart says play on, and they will. J.J. Diaz driving into the box. Gets the cross away, headed by Gomez. Going to be picked up, and now Chad Stewart is going to stop the game as still on the ground here is Moises Cisneros.
Didn't get touched.
Stewart didn't think there was a foul or anything when Cisneros went down and allowed the Falcons to play on and attack. Western Oregon players arguing their case that Chad Stewart not interested in listening. Restart at the back for Western Oregon. Fisher. Ball's heavy in front of Gomez. Is able to swing it on. Aiden Drought is there. Keeps it in play. Drought give and go with Tollin. Now looking for Van Horn, but too much on it. And going to see a substitution from both sides here. And Gabriel Silva, man who you certainly wanted to keep your eye on with 9 goals, he will come off. He's going to be replaced by number 26, Edson Jimenez. And for the Falcons, number 23, Brady Fendrich is on. I did not see who he replaced. Get to that momentarily. Aiden Drought is fouled, and now it's a free kick opportunity for the Falcons. And it's going to be Connor Tollin who's the man replaced by Fendrich, as Aiden Drought is all over this. Four in the box for the Falcons, 2 at the top of the 18, Peña Salgado and Brady Fendrich. Aiden Drought to take this one. Raimundo Mendez about 15 yards away from the free kick. He's also in the box, but not in front of the goal. See what he ends up doing. Drought made as though he's going to take it by the left with his left foot, is now taking it with the right. It's not bad. Is that hit off a hand of a player? Shot by Fendrich. SPU players have their arms in the air, saying that may have been a handball. No call from Chad Stewart. Of course, there's no VAR, video assistant referee, so we will not see another look at that. No VAR in college soccer whatsoever. We play on. Free kick for Western Oregon. Certainly looked though from up here as if it hit off the head of a player onto an arm away from the body, which is the rule. 7.5 left to play here in the first half at Interbay Soccer Stadium. SPU 0, Western Oregon 2. It's been an exciting match between these two sides, end-to-end stuff. Suarez will wait to the very last second before he knocks that one long. It just seems a little bit unnecessary to have so much pressure on you. Ocampo, scorer of the second goal. It was a really nice take from Ocampo. Flicked on by Broadus. He's had a really good game on that right-hand side for the Wolves. Gotten in several times. Got his first collegiate goal. The bait. Knocked that one in, seen away by Aiden Drought. Now Van Horn's flicked it on, but LeBate comes back and clears it up. Harper Newbeck, left back for the Wolves, going to go long, looking for that run of Edson Jimenez. Just on a moment ago. Isaac Ketchum into the feet of Raimundo Mendez, excuse me. Peña Salgado. Van Horn with all kinds of space out there on the right-hand side. It's a good ball from Peña Salgado. Van Horn driving inside, looking for Raimundo Mendez. Can't quite find him. And Peña Salgado called for a foul on LeBate. Free kick Western Oregon. They'll go quick. Broadus. Switch of play out to Jacob Garcia. Into Jimenez. He tries to flick it on. Ball bouncing around. SPU finally clear. Brady Fendrich. Isaac Ketchum trying to play it through to Fendrich, but too much on it. Western Oregon have it back. Looking for that run of Broadus, but it's too much. Throwing for SPU. Another change coming here for the Falcons. And Joseph Van Horn will go off. Going to be replaced by freshman Christopher Soto. He'll get a run in here in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Raimundo Mendez. Nice spin to get around LeBate. Really well done, Raimundo Mendez. Christopher Soto gets his first touches, and it's inside the box. Christopher Soto. His pass is deflected. Picked up by Diaz. Iriondo. On the right foot, Iriondo, too much, too high. Not a bad effort, though, from him. 4.5 left to play in the first half. Just a reminder, 3 yellow cards so far in this game, all 3 for Western Oregon. Enrique Gomez in the 10th minute. Andres LeBate in the 26th and Ethan Fisher in the 28th. Both Gomez and Fisher are the center backs. LeBate in a bit of trouble here. Surrounded by Maroon. Has to ditch that one. Throwing for the Falcons. Can they get one here before half? And you saw Gatto driving forward, and he's knocked down. Yahiro Campo looked to be one of the players in on that foul. They will play short. They did not ask for 10. And now the SPU players are going to be protesting this a little bit with referee Chad Stewart. They may have a point. Chad Stewart is now bringing it back to the foul. He's actually motioning for one of the players. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like he's wants to talk to Aiden Drought, number 28 in there. No, he's saying the foul is much further back. Interesting moment there. So Drought will come over to take the free kick. Well, I understand he still has to deal with stuff on the ground, as two players were both lying down. But SPU did play it quickly. I can see their side of the argument as well. Here's Aiden Drought down the line to Diaz. He'll have to go back to Aiden Drought. This one is, they're going to need to get a cross in. Ball's bouncing around in there. White jersey will clear it away. 2.5 left to play in the first half. Falcons desperate for a goal before halftime. Something to build on. Isaac Ketchum. Nice ball out to JJ Diaz. Raimundo Mendez. Cisneros racing to get back. Mendez again cuts back on his right foot. Drought on the left. Gets the cross away. It's a decent one. Again, last-ditch defending there from Ethan Fisher. Corner for the Falcons. Coming over to take it is going to be JJ Diaz. Both arms raised. Diaz whips it into the far post. It's going to be over everybody and out for a goal kick. Disappointing ball in the end there from Diaz, but good amount of pressure by the Falcons the last few minutes. That's been one of the exciting things about this team. They've always have that look of belief. They're always looking to play. It's just in those moments of transitions, which has been really kind of the story of the season. Just caught here and there. They do have to be careful. Isaac Ketchum's going to cut this one out, though, where it has really punished them. Cisneros flying in on a challenge, gets it, but it's going to go out. Diaz, it's a quick throw from Ketchum. Ball's played in. Both teams just going at it. Really great effort out there. Ketchum, though, is caught there on a tackle by LeBate, and LeBate is already in the book. Now Chad Smith's going to stop play. He's going to produce a yellow card, and that one's going to go, this time it looks to be Alex Grignon. And Western Oregon, with a 2-goal lead, do need to be careful as these cards begin to pile up. But there was a couple players standing around there. Referee, a couple players standing around there, and Chad Stewart just lifted his card. And in the end, it was Alex Grignon. So he goes into the books in the 45th minute. .44 seconds left here. Aiden Drought over it. Chance for the Falcons to get one on the board before halftime. Got a good look at here from the booth. Drought going near post, takes a deflection out. Never quite get it around the wall. JJ Diaz is going to have to hurry to take this one as time ticks down. 30 seconds left. He will definitely get it off. Everybody into the box for SPU. This ball whipped in, far post, bouncing around in there. Suarez came out to get it. Pena Salgado back in. Brady Fendrich finds Soto. 10-second count now for the Falcons. Pena Salgado looking to flick it in. Fendrich is there. The ball is just knocked up high into the air. And that will do it here for the first half. Western Oregon getting on the score sheet in the 15th minute, courtesy of Ethan Broadus. Aiden Broadus got his first goal of his collegiate career before Yahir Ocampo in the 29th made it 2, and that is where we are at the end of the first half. SPU 0, Western Oregon 2. It's been incredible back and forth first 45. Looking forward to the second half right here after halftime. See you then.
There's like five or six. I got tapped and then I like kind of like, but I was kind of like, like that. And I had to talk. got that right. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I was, fucking Colorado. Yeah. That's it? Oh, yeah. Are you going back there? Are you going back there? What? No. So, what is it now? You don't have to live, you know, I know, I bet that's I would make it for you. I would say the guy, so big and set up. It's not that long. They didn't even have me playing on the game we lost. No, I was sorry, but I went and looked for a week, and apparently they learned to get press on, so I didn't even, I also I heard that quote again. He was hurt when I came back in. Apparently, Colby said on the side. I'm not talking about highlights. Maybe it happened. He played as much as I played with Riker. Alright. Let's see you guys after. I was gonna, yeah. I'm not sure. I might, yeah, where you I got that ball. I submitted. You mean the ball? Yeah. Prospect coach? If I maybe I almost said I coached at Seattle United. I should have decided that I need to
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, her son played number 19. Is he still 19? I mean, now they're 40. Ford? Is that where you live now? Well, we could be so. So your kids are your kids are there.
Yeah, girl, not there anymore. I know.
Welcome back for the second half. Your Seattle Pacific University.
Second half about to get started here in Interbay Soccer Stadium. Just recap the first half here between Seattle Pacific University and Western Oregon. In the 15th minute, Western Oregon took the lead through Aiden Brodus, assisted by Jacob Garcia. And later on in the 29th, Yahir Ocampo, unassisted, made it 2 for the Wolves. And that's where we stand going into this second half on the final game of the GNAC regular season. Will be the final game here for Seattle Pacific University. Western Oregon still in the hunt if they come away with a win tonight for potential playoff spots. 3 cards in the first half, all 3 to Western Oregon players. Enrique Gomez, Andres Labate, and Ethan Fisher. All in the book. Both Ethan Fisher and Enrique Gomez are the center backs for the Wolves, so something to keep an eye on there. We'll let you know if there's any substitutions here. None so far that I can see. A couple of the players that went off in the first half are back on, especially for the Falcons. Both Joseph Van Horn and Orlando Arasso are back. So is Connor Tollin. Those were the 3 changes for the Falcons. Just 1 in the first half for Western Oregon. Edson Jimenez came in at the top for Silva. And looks like he remains up top there, number 26 for Western Oregon. So keep an eye on any more possible changes at this point. Referee Chad Stewart just coming over to have a chat with someone here. Or perhaps he needs something, but he has just jogged off the field. Been a couple conversations in the first half over various things. A quick restart that the Falcons wanted to take, but there were still players that were down as Chad Stewart's coming back out onto the field. I've seen 1 yellow card to SPU coaching staff. Josh Sweat has gone in the books. Always a passionate man out there. So he joins the 3 Western Oregon players in the books. And we are underway here in the second half. Falcons looking to rally. They did so on Thursday, at least for a time. Can they do it again? Raimundo Mendez. If they're going to do it, I have a feeling he will be involved. Arasso on that left-hand side. Back to Isaac Ketchum. He's going to whip this one in. Ball's bouncing around. Connor Tollin looking to pick it up. Peña Salgado's in there too. Western Oregon clear though. They will have a throw. Does it look like it went off? I think Orlando Arasso last. It's worth mentioning the weather. The wind has definitely died down, so it's a calmer night out there than it was earlier this afternoon. That will help. Beautiful evening, fall evening for college soccer. Here's Connor Tollin. Finds Raimundo Mendez. Iriondo. SPU just trying to work their way back into something. Ketchum. Immediately under pressure. Isaac Ketchum does really well, though, to find Peña Salgado. First time ball across. Flicked on by Mendez, and Arasso right at the 6 in front of the goal has put it wide. Falcons can't buy a goal right now. Another big chance. We saw a huge one in the first half when it was a 3-on-1 for the Falcons, and still they weren't able to find the back of the net. But again, they've picked up right where they left off in the first half. Just sense that they're going to get something, and how about that from Suarez? Juan Suarez, just a little pullback to avoid the tackle from Arasso on his own 6. Not 100% sure Michael Bohanic will want to see that, but either way, here come the Wolves on the counter, and this is where SPU need to be careful. Aiden Drought does really well to stand up that cross. Wolves have it back through Harper Newbeck. Little flick from Jimenez off of Good. And the first corner will go to Western Oregon. Well, we do have one substitution change here for the Wolves. Just noticed on that play with Trout. On that left-hand side is Abraham Villalobos. He is in for Jacob Garcia. There's one change to start the second half for Western Oregon. Ball coming in. Welty there. Picked it up for SPU. So looking around right now at Western Oregon, I don't see any other changes so far. Arasso bringing it forward for SPU. Ketchum giving this one away. Now it's out to Villalobos. Beck. Western Oregon, of course, have the luxury of just playing it, taking their time. Falcons pressing forward. This one's going long. Ane's going to step in. See Villalobos off it. Nice defending by Evan Ane. Hayden Drought looking for a Rosso, but it's going to be cut out by Fisher. Falcons have it back. Mendez, great turn from him. Out to Rosso. Little give and go. Mendez trying to get on it, but too much on it from Orlando Rosso. And now to play. It's been a little while since I've gone over the coaching staff for the Falcons. Of course, head coach Kevin Sakuda in his second season. Josh Sweat, mentioned before. Jimmy Ward, the goalkeeper coach, on his fourth season as a goalkeeper coach here at Inter Bay Soccer Stadium with the Falcons. Eric Skipper as well, and Luke Sandblom rounding out that Falcons backroom staff. They've certainly made some enjoyable soccer to watch here in Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. Just looking for some goals this evening. Iriondo has it just poked away, but it slipped through to Raimundo Mendez, and he finishes it. As if there was any doubt. He wants to get it quickly. He needs to be careful here. Referee Chad Stewart's watching carefully. That's 13 goals now for the junior, Raimundo Mendez. Ball seemed to be getting away from the Falcons, but it got poked back. I couldn't quite tell who had that touch to pass it on to him. So you give a player like that a chance on goal, and he finishes it perfectly. Just 5 minutes into this one. So 50th minute, Raimundo Mendez pulled one back for the Falcons here. Game on. 40 minutes to go here at Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. Western Oregon 2, SPU 1. Connor Tolan called for a foul there on Harper Newbeck. And Iriondo is going to get credit for the assist.
Go, Joey.
So Mendez, 13 goals now on the season. Really impressive in his first year in the GNAC. Played 2 seasons at Columbia Basin Community College before joining the Falcons. What an addition he's been out of Yakima, Washington there in Central Washington. Emanane. Drought just going to knock this one long. Newbeck heads it back down. Ocampo currently has the game winner as things stand, but I have a feeling it is not going to stay 2-1. Game still played at a very fast pace. That long ball looking for Mendez has gone out. Well, that is exactly the response head coach Kevin Sakuda was looking for from his team. Pulled one back with plenty of time to find more. Van Horn under pressure. Drought can't find Tolan. Suarez does well to pick out Lebate. Lebate, though, immediately surrounded. Still hanging onto it, though, Andres Lebate, and does well to find Ocampo. He's raced away from the SPU midfield. Ocampo. And Ane gets in a great tackle. Really good defending there from Evan Ane. You can just sense the crowd know what's coming. It's going to be end-to-end stuff just like the first half. A Rosso. Back to Ketchum. Ball still bouncing around. I don't even think that was Arasso on the touch there. I think it was off a Western Oregon defender, but back to Suarez. Suarez in the bright gold goalkeeping jersey. He's got a little bit of flair to him. Saw the move he made on Orlando Arasso. Likes to wait till the last minute before he plays it. Again, on a battling hard there. And is eventually called for the foul. Too much contact with Alex Grignon. Who, if I have not previously mentioned, is also on a yellow card. So that is 4 Western Oregon players have a yellow card. Grignon picked up his right at the end of the half. In that very moment where SPU looked to play it quick, but had to slow it up and wait. Tolan almost slipping there. Keeps his feet. Drought. A little bit of contact there. That is Grignon, as I just mentioned, coming in a little bit late. Free kick here for SPU. And just as I said, referee's going to stop time and have a chat here for the moment.
He's off. Send him off.
This is an interesting moment here for Western Oregon. Referee Chad Stewart's going to go over and have a talk with his assistant. And I got a good look at it here from up here in the booth. Drought was able to get it away, and there's no doubt that Alex Grignon was late. Number 17. We'll see what the verdict is, though. Referee says just a free kick, so Alex Grignon considering himself extremely lucky here.
What's the point of talking if there's no card?
Just 10 minutes into the second half. Drought still down, feeling his foot.
Just make the call. Oh, look him.
You can see the SPU players still arguing the call, but they won't get it. They won't get it. Chad Stewart says, on my whistle, you can restart. Free kick here, just inside Western Oregon's half. Ketchum going long, looking for Tolan. Gomez nods it away. Villalobos was in there. Drought's picked it up. And Horn. Jackson Good. Out to Isaac Ketchum. Arasso. His layoff to Mendez, though. Can't pick him out. A lot of players forward for SPU. Ocampo. Yahiro Ocampo almost getting between Iriondo and Jackson Good, but his ball's knocked away. Fighting for it and doing really well there is the freshman, Aiden Broadus. He's won his side a throw-in. Broadus has shown really good speed. He's been instrumental in a couple counterattacks for Western Oregon in the first half. Got in behind a couple of times, just couldn't finish off his chance, but does have a goal tonight. Free kick, that far right-hand side for the Wolves. Ocampo does not take it. The Gate does. Far post, it's not bad. Back in by Neubeck. Still not cleared by the Falcons. Drought trying to deal with this with Villalobos right on him. Drought goes down and he's got a foul. Free kick for the Falcons. Well done by Aiden Drought. That is one of those moments When you're a coach and you know you've got a team pinned back in their own end that deep, and then you draw a foul, a little bit frustrating. Tolan. Again, another foul called. Andres Labate this time. Penny Salgado. The Falcons start quickly. 2 substitutions now lining up for the Wolves. Penny Salgado again has this one knocked off by Labate. Villalobos on the left-hand side. Grignon was making the run, wants the ball. Villalobos, though, doesn't get it first time, but now has won his side of throw-in. And we'll have those substitutions for Western Oregon. And it is going to be Grignon coming off. And Villalobos as well. No surprise about Grignon. He really narrowly avoided a second yellow, so he will come off. And it will be the return of Jacob Garcia on that left-hand side for Villalobos. Going into that midfield. Will be his first appearance tonight, number 20, Andrew Carrillo Macias. So Macias is on for Grignon. And Garcia returns and replaces Villalobos here in the second half. Nice move by Tolan. Out wide to Van Horn. Van Horn will hold it up and wait. Raimundo Mendez is making a good run into space, but Van Horn doesn't see it. Catch him. Penny Salgado. Arasso trying to get that first touch around. Well, he does, actually. Around Cisneros. Can't get anything on his cross, and Suarez will come out and grab it. 31 minutes left here in the second half. SPU 1, Western Oregon 2. Western Oregon need to get a win tonight if they have any chance of being selected for the NCAA playoffs this next week. That ball by Andres Labate, too much on it. Rosso closed down quickly out there. Catch him. Trying to get over the top to find a Rosso. It's going to go all the way back to Suarez. Neubeck. Jacob Garcia does well to pick it up, but Tolan breaks it up, and it's going to be a throw-in for Western Oregon. Mendez. Ball was bouncing around in the midfield. Now he'll drive forward. Raimundo Mendez gets a crossway. What a ball that is to Penny Salgado on the far post. Nearly slips through. Connor Tolan now. Raimundo Mendez again. This time out on the right-hand side. Battling to get around 2 defenders, and nearly does as he goes down to the box. Referee Chad Stewart, though, has blown a whistle. Raimundo Mendez is gesticulating wildly that he was pulled on his jersey. He won't get the call this time, though. Free kick, Western Oregon. Gotta love the way Raimundo Mendez battles. Just uses his body. Edging in front of defenders. Nearly gets away with that one. Imanane wins the initial header, but goes down. Ball just kind of went up and came back down right in front of him. Western Oregon, though, applying the pressure. Ocampo. Penny Salgado goes back to catch him. Now Cam Welty. First time from Welty. Over for Arasso. Gomez will come over and collect it. Ocampo. The gate. SPU flying in on challenges. Going down is Penny Salgado. The ball is knocked away by Western Oregon, and now we will have yet another yellow card. This time it's going to be Moises Cisneros. That's 3 of the back 4 on a yellow for Western Oregon. So Moises Cisneros in the 62nd minute. Joins his fellow defenders. When he got that for kicking that ball away. SPU were looking to play it quickly. Seen a real change in leagues around the world this year about players knocking the ball away. It has become an automatic yellow. No different here tonight. Kenny Salgado picked that one up in the midfield, but can't find Mendez. Neubeck looking to play out. Misses Garcia. Mendez has it back for the Falcons. Dan Horn, good ball in, back to Mendez, who's cut it back. Gone down under the challenge. Really slips it through to Van Horn. And we will have a substitution. Looks like it's going to be J.J. Diaz coming in. Orlando Arasso is going to take a break. So similar to the first half. And Andres Labate is going to come off for Western Oregon. And I can't quite make out the player that's come on, but I will keep you posted. Cross coming in, headed away. Pena Salgado on it. Ball bouncing around out there. Now it's going to be picked up by Western Oregon, but it's gone out of play. That was Andrew Carrillo Macias. Player that's come on here for Western Oregon is Nathan Hurtado. It's his 12th appearance on the season. Another Corbin University product. So he will step in and replace Andres Labate, who had not been subbed off yet in this one tonight. Pass from Evan Ane, looking to break for his team, but it's just between 2 players. Decent ball in there by Cisneros. Ocampo out to Garcia. Garcia gets the cross away. Bouncing in there. It's a big challenge from Isaac Ketchum. Really well-timed challenge. That would have been goal number 3 for the Wolves. That was Edson Jimenez that was in there. It's a really good cross. Ane steps in and breaks that one up. That was Jacob Garcia. Almost got through, but the ball is given away. Gomez. Neubeck going long. Bouncing around. It's going to be a throw-in for SPU. Western Oregon fans out here in full force tonight. They've got the drums, got the flags. Made for a great atmosphere here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. A lot of SPU fans as well. Final night for men's soccer here in the 2023 season. SPU currently trailing Western Oregon by 1 goal. You still have that sense, though, that almost anything could happen in this game. This game could end 3-3 like it did last Saturday in McMinnville, Oregon. Ball over the top again, looking for Raimundo Mendez. Here's Iriondo. 25 minutes left on the clock. J.J. Diaz. Iriondo. Back and forth. Iriondo trying to place that one in the corner. It was a great effort. Really well set up there, too. It's Connor Tollin on that one. Suarez was reaching. Telling defense can't allow looks like that. Now Gomez is asking for a slight delay here from referee Chad Stewart. He's got to tie his shoe. Stewart will stop the clock now. 24:36 left on the clock. And now we are back underway. Suarez forced to clear. Jackson Good on the header. Ocampo's ended up with it, and he has space, but his pass looking over the top for Jacob Garcia, who would have been in. Straight to Aiden Drought. Van Horn. Aiden Drought again. Over the top. It's a great ball. Connor Tolan, plenty of space. Raimundo Mendez in the middle. JJ Diaz at the far post. Tolan going to hold it up, and his pass in the end is poor. Iriondo steps in. Can't find it. Another chance gone there for the Falcons. And now there's going to be a foul called. A free kick for Western Oregon. Connor Tolan did really well to get into that space, and Drought picked him out, but he just chose to hold his cross. Tried to play it in behind, and it got deflected. Now offsides flag there for Andrew Carrillo Macias. SPU get it back. Jackson Good under some pressure. Western Oregon do well to win that one back. SPU just can't find a way through on that one. Ocampo is hit really hard by Evan Ane, and no doubt about it, he's going to go in the books here. So Ane, the first Falcon, in with a yellow card.
Challenge!
Ocampo just had a nice touch around the feet of Evan Ane and was clattered. Now just getting back to his feet. 23 minutes left here in the second half. SPU 1, Western Oregon 2. Ocampo is back to his feet. Free kick's going to be taken by Jacob Garcia. Garcia is going to lift this one straight into the middle. Flicked on. Diaz is just going to let this one run out, though. It's going to be a goal kick. Cam Welty takes it quickly. Out to Iriondo. Iriondo. Falcons under some pressure here. On it will go long for Mendez. Clever from Mendez. And his whistle is blown as he's judged to have fouled Enrique Gomez. Home fans not happy with that call, as Gomez would have been away, at least with an opportunity to create a chance for the Falcons. He's still arguing his case, but free kick here for Western Oregon. Garcia whipping this one in straight to the hands of Cam Welty. Falcons immediately sprinting out to try and get something. Ketchum. Pena Salgado back to Isaac Ketchum. Chipping that one in for JJ Diaz. Seen out though by Cisneros. Connor Tolan steps in there. Looking for Iriondo, and he's caught and fouled. Now both sides of the bench arguing some of these calls. Been a physical game tonight. It's great to see Both teams going at it, especially SPU for last game of the season, senior night. Want to go out on a positive note. Ane maybe just a little too relaxed on that one. Fortunate bounce. Now it's at the feet of Iriondo. Another deflection, but stays in. Diaz gets the turn. Plays it inside. Another deflection. First time by Mendez. You know he was looking for Connor Tollin there. Cleared away by Western Oregon. Ane nods it back to Aiden Drought. Edson Jimenez tracking him. Drought down the line to Van Horn. He'll cut it back. Almost put the cross in. Drought wants it short. Mendez's ball is knocked away, though, by Ethan Fisher. SPU have it back. Western Oregon have a player that's now sat down. Falcons don't see it. Neither does Chad Stewart. He's now blown his whistle and now stopped the time, and back to his feet is Jacob Garcia. And Western Oregon had 2 players out that were going to go in as subs, and now looks like they will have 3 substitutions as Jacob Garcia goes off. And he's going to be replaced by Villalobos. Abraham Villalobos, who replaced him earlier. He jogs on, and the 2 substitutions actually remain standing at the center line there for Western Oregon. Nothing lined up there for the Falcons. Referee Chad Stewart places the ball at the feet of Cam Welty. Back underway here. Jackson Good. Ane. Good going long. Looking for Mendez. It's too high. The header, though, is falling perfectly for Ane, who's found Connor Tollin. Tollin pulls it back. Peña Salgado immediately under pressure. I'm not sure he sees it. He gets through it, though. Almost taken off by Macias. Ketchum over the top. Iriondo. He's onside. Iriondo goes down in the box. Referee Chad Stewart says, play on. Flick by Ane is a poor one. Jackson Good, though, gets there. Got to be careful with those. There was no one behind him. There's a foot race between Edson Jimenez, Jackson Good, and he comes out ahead. Good flick from Iriondo to find Tollin. Van Horn. Drought pops in the middle, picks that one up and hands it away. Western Oregon have it back. Macias going long, looking for Iriondo. Iriondo just lets that one drift out. Does well to shield it over from Villalobos. Now another bit of a shoe issue, and Western Oregon will make their substitutions. Abraham Villalobos is going to come off, as is number 20, Andrew Carrillo Macias, also replaced. And it is the return of number 9, Gabriel Silva. And also a new addition, for Western Oregon. See if I can get his number here in a minute. Looks like it's Chester March up top, and it is. Number 24, Chester March, up top for the Wolves. It's our first minutes tonight. $18.5 to go here. So it's actually Edson Jimenez that went off. Abraham Villalobos is still on. Just the change. Macias and Jimenez going off for Western Oregon. Here is Villalobos. Almost brings that one down. Taken, though, by Drought. SPU have it back. Iriando is going to hold it up. Mendez, Tollin, Van Horn, and J.J. Diaz all up on that back line of Western Oregon waiting for service. We'll have it now. Mendez able to take that one off the feet of Neubeck. Mendez on Neubeck. Cuts inside. Tollin. Plays a nice ball in for Isaac Ketchum making the run. It's tracked, though, really well by Chester March. And a goal kick for Western Oregon. Chester March came all the way from that forward position. You don't see that very often. Forwards seem to lose desire about halfway through their tracking run, but this time March did a nice job of tracking Ketchum all the way into the box and gets that tackle in. Win his team a goal kick. 17 minutes left here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. SPU 1, Western Oregon 2. Suarez got to clear that one away. Iriando's got plenty of time. Chests it down into space. Tollin steps in. Takes it off him. Now finds his teammate again. Good ball from Iriando to pick out Diaz. Diaz looked as if he was going to shoot for a moment, but now is twisting and turning, trying to get a cross away. He's earned his side a throw anyhow. That one again is cleared out by Western Oregon. It's gone all the way into the bushes just beyond the fence, so a new ball is required. Ketchum. Again, SPU have a throw. Off the ball, Mendez, Pena Salgado, Van Horn all waiting in the box for the potential cross. Still, Ketchum is forced back a bit. Has to play it all the way back to Jackson Good. Tollin. Iriando. Nicely done by SPU on that side. Sprinting over Cisneros. Iriando gets around him. Now driving inside. Cameron Iriando. It's tackled away. Shot by Tollin. Gets a second chance. Two huge stops there by Western Oregon. That was number 22, Nathan Hurtado, who just came into the game, and now a foul there by Joseph Van Horn. As Ocampo is down and Van Horn will go in the books. 75th minute. Back onto his feet is Harper Neubeck. Yahiro Ocampo was the one originally went down with a foul. 15 minutes to go here. It's been an intense game to say the least. We are now at 8 yellow cards by my count. Tollin does really well to find Mendez. He'll slow it up for a moment. Nice turn again. Raimundo Mendez to drive inside. Again, still going. Goes to the ground, and he's won his team a free kick. Raimundo Mendez, again, just showing the quality that he brings to this Falcons team. He just outside of the box, but it is a free kick here in a dangerous position for SPU. Raimundo Mendez still getting to his feet, but just appreciate the young man's effort, his ability to turn with both feet, his quickness, his competitive drive. It's been very impressive for a player, and of course, his goal-scoring abilities. He got one tonight. He's got 12 on the season. Now he'll get to his feet and walk. It's going to be walk towards the far post area, it looks, at least for the moment. A wall of 4 setting up for the Wolves. Both Connor Tollin and Aiden Drought standing over this one. This is just about 20 yards to the left of Western Oregon's goal. Aiden Drought stepping back, assessing this one. Tollin gonna whip it, keep it low. It's gone off the wall. Out for a corner for the Falcons. 14.5 left to play here. Aiden Drought over to take this one. Drought's going to whip this into the far post. Jackson Good trying to get on it. Going to be cleared away by Harper Newbeck. Now all the way back, Van Horn does well to find Cam Welty. You just have this feeling that chances will come again. Both sides. That's a great ball from Pena Salgado for Iriondo, though too much on him. It's Iriondo and Fisher tangle up momentarily. Be a free kick for Western Oregon. No changes on either side lined up at the halfway line, so we've got what we've got on the field at the moment. Suarez will wait to take the free kick. Now send his team forward. Launches it long. Good with the header. Van Horn trying first time to find Raimundo Mendez. Just a little short. Villalobos. Good tackle by Drought. Ball goes, just trickles out. It nearly stayed in. Newbeck's throw looked like it was going to get away from Silva. Iriondo's ball, though, is bounced out. He's going to go down. Took a quick deflection at the moment, and Iriondo just able to get out of that one. Jackson Good steps in to find Cameron Iriondo. Mendez. Touch to get out of pressure. Tollin. Van Horn's made the run. Tollin inside looking for Iriondo. Pena Salgado, first time to switch. JJ Diaz has that one tapped away by Cisneros. Evan Ane sliding in on Silva. Knocks it back, both sides. Western Oregon having to do a bit of defending at the moment. Everybody for the Falcons doing their part out there. Keep this pressure on the Wolves with 11.5 to play. Trailing by a goal. Iriondo. Tollin has the ball mixed up in his feet. Gets it back, though, after Mendez has it knocked away. His pass, though, is cut out, though, by Newbeck. Silva has a job to hold it up here. Trying to turn, and Jackson Good's called for the foul. Free kick for Western Oregon. SP will do well to just back off a little bit. You want to allow Western Oregon to play it quicker, even though they will not. They'll take their time here. Gomez looking for Villalobos. Drought those, won the header. Ketchum trying to slip it through to Mendez. Picked off, though, by Hurtado. Ocampo gone to ground there after an arm from Iriondo. Yahir Ocampo had a solid performance tonight. And a really nice goal. Player out of Aloha, Oregon. Now he'll take the free kick here for the Wolves. 10 minutes left. Ocampo Straight down the line, the ball was won there by, looks like Enrique Gomez. Cam Welty had come out, but Gomez got there first, but couldn't put it on target. SPU have already restarted. Broudus. Still going, Broudus. Now Ane has stepped in and knocked it away, and Broudus will be called for the foul. What a run from him. Looked as though for a moment the ball had gotten away from him, but he was able to just slip his way through there. Now he's hobbling just a little bit. He's got his arm in the air and has gone down. SPU, though, will play on. Aiden Broudus down in the Falcon penalty box. Looks as though it may be some cramp, but Falcons won't stop for that. Nice ball out wide to J.J. Diaz. Gets around Cisneros, and another solid tackle from Chester Marsh. And now Chad Stewart will stop time. You can see Michael Bohonic is livid over there on that side, saying his player was down, and yet referee Chad Stewart let him play on. Now he's going to motion for the trainer to come on. Shirley Chandler from Falcon training staff was jogging on there for a momentarily, but looks like she's going to come back. Aiden Broudus still down there in the Falcon penalty box. Now he's back to his feet, but he's going to need a little bit of help coming off. So another change here for Western Oregon. Aiden Broudus had a fantastic game tonight. See if he ends up returning. He opened the scoring for Western Oregon in the 15th minute. Well, restarted here. And coming on is number 26, Edson Jimenez, the one that replaced Broudus. Here is Jimenez. Welty's come out of his box. He's going to get there, though. Put it in the stands. So with Jimenez on, Chester March is pushed out wide. Western Oregon hanging on here. 8.5 left to play. Gomez going long, looking for March. He flicks it on. Jimenez giving chase. Jackson Good's there. Good does well to see it out. Can the Falcons find an equalizer here? Final minutes of their fall season. Looking to end it on a positive note as Drought is late on that tackle, and he will now go into the books for the Falcons. So yellow card for Aiden Drought on his tackle on Harper Newbeck. You can just see players giving everything out there. Drought was just a little bit late with that challenge. That puts us at 9 yellow cards for the evening. This one means a lot to both sides. Ocampo over it. 8 minutes left here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Chad Stewart is going to go over and chat with everybody in the penalty box there. Waiting for Yahir Ocampo's free kick. Here it comes. Whipped in long again. Headed away by Raimundo Mendez, but there was a foul as everybody was running for the challenge, and a free kick for the Falcons. They'll take it quickly. Iriondo on the far side. Finds himself out on the wing. It's not a great ball back to Ketchum, but Good is there. Peña Salgado under pressure immediately. SPU do well to play it out. J.J. Diaz is there, but it's passed straight to Villalobos. Iriondo can't get to it. Villalobos can't get to that one either, as that was Nathan Hurtado. Goal kick Falcons. Welty's already got it out and placed. Ball boys in the back doing some work there behind the goal. To get a ball quickly in place so SPU can play. Villalobos. All the way back to Neubeck, the left back. Neubeck gets around Van Horn, bought himself some space. Silva, first time to Ocampo. Western Oregon getting a little bit of a rhythm here. Out to Cisneros. They'll go back. Fisher now to Suarez, and Raimundo Mendez is going to give chase. Suarez isn't going to mess around. Goes long. Irianto. Orlando Arasso is now lined up for the Falcons. So he looks to make an imminent return. Mendez. Little shake from him. He gets through. And then another foul, and it's going to be Nathan Hurtado, number 22 in the midfield for the Wolves. He has picked up a yellow card. It is a card festival here. Almost enough yellow cards to break even with the yellow leaves that are out on the field at this point. It's been a hard-fought game, though. JJ Diaz is going to come off. Orlando Arasso is going to come on. Connor Tollin to take this. Everybody in the box waiting for the free kick to come in. Tollin to the back post. Diaz. Cuts it back. Has it taken off him. Now March. Tries to dribble out, but it's well tackled away by Van Horn. Diaz has it back. Into the feet of Good. SPU will switch sides. Drought can't control it, though. It's going to be a throw-in for Western Oregon. They will take their time with this. 2 substitutions still lined up here for SPU. Ocampo. He's clattered there by Irianto. It's going to be a free kick for Western Oregon. Ocampo's done well. He'll be slow to get up. Time still ticking. Gomez launches this one long. Accompanied by drums in the background from the Western Oregon fans. Final minutes here. Evan Ane. SPU's substitution still waiting. Drought. Mendez back to Drought. Looking to spring Van Horn, but can't find him. Drought's got to be careful there, trying to win that ball back. He is on a yellow card. Hurtado can't get through Ane. Mendez. Still going Mendez. Right through the legs of the defender. Now puts Van Horn down the right-hand side. He tries to get around the tackle and can't. It's going to be a goal kick. Wonder if Van Horn can't put that in first time. But no, the assistant referee's motion for a corner. And a corner is now given. Falcons want to make a change, and they will. Just see who's coming off here. Orlando Arasso is sprinted on. It's going to be Joseph Van Horn. So JJ Diaz, I mentioned before, thought might be the player going off. It is not. Arasso's sprinting over to take this corner. Judah Johnson, the other player waiting on the bench, will remain there at the moment. So Arasso in. He'll take this one. In swinging on the left. Goods there. Ball's bouncing around. Knocked away, though, by Cisneros. 3.5 to play. SPU need an equalizer. Drought. To Arasso. Western Oregon slowly pushing up, pushing forward. They'll be happy to just see this one through with 3 minutes to go. Welty. Iriondo's now pushed forward to join Raimundo Mendez. Diaz is up the top. That one is stopped by Hurtado as Drought tries to play it through. Orlando Arasso again. Pena Salgado. Being chased down by Silva. He's going to get that pass away, though, to catch him into Tolan. Tolan's got the turn. Mendez. Iriondo. Across to Arasso. Wants to get it on his left foot. He gets the shot away, but it's blocked off. Gomez is there. And Arasso is called for the foul as he tried to challenge for that header. Free kick for Western Oregon. 2.5 to play. Suarez is going to line this one up. 2 minutes left. Suarez just going to launch this one out of play. 1:50 left on the clock, and Judah Johnson has now come in. Jackson Good, the center back, is going to go off. So just a back three now for the Falcons and a final push by head coach Kevin Sakuda to try and find one here. He'll join Raimundo Mendez, Connor Tolan, J.J. Diaz, and Orlando Arasso up there. Iriondo. Diaz has it poked away. 1:25 left. Quick throw taken. Drought. Arasso quickly closed down there by Newback, but he gets around him. Arasso, Pena Salgado. Ocampo steps in. Arasso. Ocampo's picked it up for Western Oregon, and it is a free kick here for the Wolves. Time still ticking. Villalobos has remained down. Falcons were just waiting there for somebody to play that ball into the box. They couldn't get it away, and Suarez will take his time. 40 seconds left on the clock. Suarez launching this one. Silva gets ahead to it. Silva's still on it. Got a chance to hold it up in the box now and take some more time off the clock. He does really well to find Villalobos. He's going to bring it into the corner. Villalobos, he's won his side of corner with 17 seconds to go, and you got to imagine that is probably going to do it here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. 10-second count now. Western Oregon just going to take this one short, and that will do it here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Our final score, Seattle Pacific University 1, Western Oregon 2. For all their efforts, for all the possession, they just couldn't quite find that equalizer. It was a really fabulous effort, though, from the Falcons in their final game of the regular season, the final game of the 2023 season. But that will do it here. Western Oregon get the victory and potentially may continue to play next week, depending on the draw on Monday. But that will do us for us here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Aaron Heinzen. Our final score here at Interbay Soccer Stadium, Seattle Pacific University 1, Western Oregon 2.
Simon Fraser didn't get the